everybody, my name is Jillian and welcome to Frizzbiscuit. It's that time of the year when everybody is making New Year's resolutions. I don't really make New Year's resolutions normally, but this year I actually had a whole bunch of things that I wanted to accomplish this year, so I thought that I would put them in a list and call them New Year's resolutions because why not? Hopefully that doesn't jinx me. First on my list is to graduate from university. Finally! I finished my degree in 6 months, so I'll be graduating halfway through this year. That's terrifying, but also I'm so ready to be out of university. This will be my 5th year at uni, so I'll have been at uni for 4.5 years. I'll be in the real world, whatever that means. As much as that concept terrifies me, I'm also so ready to be out of uni. I have been a student since I was in pre-primary, a full-time student since I was in pre-primary, and now I'm 21 and I'm just I'm ready to not be studying anymore for a while. You might be wondering why that's a resolution, but I just want to make sure that I focus on the fact that I can't fail any classes or like delay any units or just like basically put things off because I'm panicking about leaving uni, and I need to just concentrate on getting through this semester and then I'm out. Resolution number 2 is kind of for an after I graduate kind of thing, and that is to start looking for a job that is not in retail and just generally trying to figure out how to get a job after uni when I'm probably not qualified for anything because I don't have 7 years experience as a social media manager, which is apparently what everybody wants. I'm also counting things like volunteer work and work experience, that kind of thing, so if I can find, I don't know, writing articles for an online magazine every week, or fingers crossed getting some experience working on a film set, which there are some happening in WA. Slowly getting some kind of media industry in Perth. Resolution number 3 is to continue learning French. I've been on Duolingo for the last year. I didn't do it as consistently as I would have liked last year. I did do quite a lot and I can say a few phrases without having to have them read out in front of me, except my pronunciation is horrible! I know my pronunciation is horrible, that's one of the things that I need to work on, but I just basically want to continue doing that, and I'm not going to try and kid myself and say I'm going to do it every day because uni is a thing that's still going to be happening at least for the first 6 months of this year, but I'm going to try and do it as many days as possible, especially since one of the only things on my bucket list is to go and live in France for an extended period of time with my friend Emily. We want to go live there for like 6 months to a year, so I really want to be fluent in French as much as I possibly can be before I head over there. Resolution number 4 is this year I want to do NaNoWriMo. Since I'm graduating in the next 6 months, this is going to be the first time in the last 16 years? Shit. The first time in the last 16 years that I won't be a full-time student in November. The very first career I wanted to have when I was a kid was an author. I've always wanted to be a writer of some kind. I wanted to be a fantasy author or a children's author. At one point I wanted to write plays, and now I'm considering writing short films, and I just want to write things and I love writing things, and probably from about year 10 to this year I have not been doing any fiction writing, and it's all just been like essay writing and assignment writing, and I really want to get back into writing because that was one of my first loves, and NaNoWriMo is the perfect time to do that. And since I don't have massive assignments due in November, I'm just gonna do it. If anyone's done NaNoWriMo in the past, can you please give me some advice down in the comments, because I don't actually know how any of it works. Please and thanks. Resolution number 5 is that I want to try and do some freelance photography and videography work. I don't know if that's what I want to do full-time career-wise, but it's definitely something that I want to pursue because I love photography and I love portrait photography, and obviously my degree is in videography and corporate video production. I've actually made 3 corporate videos so far just within the last year, which gives me something to put on my resume, which is fabulous. So I really want to try start building that up as a business maybe. How do you get clients to give you money? I don't know. If I have a job like 6 months down the line or a year down the line and it's got nothing to do with my degree, if I have photography and videography on the side, even if it's not making any money, at least it will make me not hate my job if I have a job that I hate but I need because I need money. Goal number 6 is to get back into painting. Since I dropped my fine arts degree, I haven't actually done any painting, and that always makes me feel really guilty, but I had to have a little bit of a break from it because when I dropped out of fine art I was just in panic mode and I needed a break. I think I'm in a place now where picking up a paintbrush won't give me anxiety and make me panic and start sobbing, so this year would be a perfect chance to start getting into painting. I actually went to Riot the other day and they had this massive sale on, so I just stocked up on all my paints. I just have so many canvases that still are just like screaming to be painted on. Some life painting would be interesting to do as well, because I haven't had a chance to do any of that since uni. Even if I don't do nudes and things, like if I just do portraits of people but having an actual model there, that would be cool. Or taking my little travel easel out with me and going and doing some landscape painting, that would be great. I really want to try and do that this year. Okay, resolution number 7 is to read 52 books this year. 52 books is just kind of an arbitrary number because it basically equates to 1 book a week for the entire year, which I think is technically feasible. I have got really close the last couple of years. I never quite got to 50 books or 52 books, but I just want to have that number there to push me to read more, because I know I get really sort of irritable and annoyed when I don't read. I always kind of neglect it during uni because assignments and stress and chaos and then I'll just go on Netflix or whatever instead of sitting down and reading a book if I want to unwind, because at that point I've been reading so many scholarly articles that I'm just like, words, no. Resolution number 8 is to read more diversely. So I was looking through my year of books on Goodreads, and I realised that although there was a relatively even split between male and female authors, the majority of books that I read were written by white authors. I was just kind of like, oh, there are probably a lot of people of colour who are writing cool books that I should be reading. So I've got a couple of books that I'm sort of like on my list, but if you have any good recommendations, please let me know in the comments. Resolution number 9 is very simple in theory, and that's just to drink more water, because I'm notoriously bad at drinking water because I feel like I don't really get thirsty as much, and then I don't notice that I'm dehydrated. So I'm just gonna try and make a conscious effort to drink like 2 liters of water a day and just to not forget about drinking water, which reminds me. And those are all my resolutions for 2016. Kind of annoyed by the fact that I have 9 resolutions and not 10 resolutions, not gonna lie. Let me know in the comments below if you have any resolutions or goals that you want to try and achieve this year, and we'll just generally support each other. I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!